Motivate Mondays, I want to suggest that you haven't found your Ikigai yet. Your Ikigai is that beautiful Japanese word for passion and purpose, and the reason for waking up in the morning that's bigger than ourselves. In Monday Morning Motivation, I will give you pertinent ideas and habits to achieve a life that you adore.
Just dive into some of your daily habits, and mostly I want to deconstruct some of your productivity tools that you use to make sure your day, you set up your day for a really productive day.
So I do my morning routine. That's consistent, unless I have to hop a morning flight or something, that's my morning routine. And then what I like to do, which might be a little weird, is I have different days for different things. So I find that if you've ever been really busy, you feel like you've been busy all week, you've been working, and then Friday or Saturday you look back on your week and said, I was really busy, but what did I get done? Like, I feel like I didn't accomplish anything.
Yes.
It's probably because you're switching tasks too much. You're jumping from one thing to another thing to another thing, and then you don't actually get anything meaningful done because you're constantly being interrupted. So I like having different days for different things. So Monday is my mentoring day. So I have 24 people on my team, and I spend Monday mentoring them, guiding them, helping them. The whole day is working with them. I might be the single most important one person in the company, but combined, they all create way more value than I do as an individual. And so the more I spend helping them, grooming them, training them, being a leader for them, the more my company grows. So that's my Monday. Tuesday is my YouTube day. So we'll release 4 videos a day across all of our channels, and I need to make a lot of videos. And so I cram all of that into Tuesday. And here's the thing, I think with most people, and what I used to do when I started making YouTube videos, I would do the setup for the video, and you get the camera and you get the lights and you get your clothes done and what's left of the hair figured out, and and just the mindset and just the bravado and the energy to go and record a video. And you do all that setup work, and then you record one video, and then you take it all down. But what I found was if I just kept recording more videos, I could do another 4 or 5 videos in the time that it took me to do the first one. And that actually got better with more time. And so how I get massively productive is I cram all those similar tasks together. So Tuesday, I'll end up recording between 10 to 60 videos, depending on the day. We do one setup, and then boom, all day long I'm making YouTube videos. Wow. And I don't have to stress out about anything else because I block that time. Wednesday is my project day. So that is my free day to work on whatever I want to work on right now. So it's been my book. It's been my YouTube course that's coming up soon. Now it's back to my book because I'm on a deadline with my publisher. And when I'm writing my book, I couldn't do this interview with you. I can't bounce between energies. It takes me I don't even have a cell phone number. I've got a phone, but there's no number. Like, you can't physically call me and interrupt me, which is super weird, Doug. But if we did this, if I'm writing my book and then I did this and I went back to trying to write my book, it would take me another hour just to get back into the zone that I was in. And so I don't want to switch tasks, especially for really creative projects. Thursday becomes my public facing day. I'm naturally an introvert. That doesn't probably show up when I'm doing interviews like this or my YouTube channel, but naturally I'm an introvert. Thursday is extrovert hat on. It's the entire day of interviews, podcasts, hangouts, workshops, one-on-ones with people. It's like whole day. It's 25 minutes on, 5-minute break, 25 minutes to the next person. And I like being a little bit early for the next person. So it's 25 minutes and then basically go up to the next person. And then I just carry that energy from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. What I found before was 25 minutes before a call or an interview or something with a client, you're not very productive. What are you doing? Because it's not enough time to do something productive. So you're on Facebook or Instagram or doing some small emails. I want to try to eliminate those things. And so I'm jumping from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And then Friday is my CEO day, which I focus on big projects to grow my company forward. Saturday, I bring this in my personal life too. It's not just a business strategy. Saturday is my fun day. So it's my day with my wife. She loves surprises and she loves food. I'm not a big foodie, but every Saturday I'll plan an entire day for us that always involves some new food that she hasn't tried before. And whether it's a festival or a movie or a hiking trip or something, where I'll plan the whole day for us. And then Sunday is our family admin day. So cleaning up the condo and doing the laundry and all this, going shopping and all the stuff you do as a family. But they're very defined days. And so what happens if you don't set that kind of structure, things bleed into each other and you let the small things run your life instead of focusing on the big things that you want to take on. So even in personal, for example, if Sunday was a barbecue at my parents' house and we were supposed to bring chicken and we forgot to buy the chicken, on Saturday, we're not buying the chicken because Saturday is fun day. We'll show up to the barbecue and we'll bring something else. Like, you have to be okay with some small losses happening. You either focus on only winning at all the little small things, or you focus on winning at the big things. And so I've just gotten more and more comfortable in focusing on losing some small things, because when I'm productive, and I think for most people, when you are productive, when you're in the zone, if I gave you 5 hours of uninterrupted time, you could go and crush some major project in those 5 hours. We're just not giving ourselves the freedom to do it. And we're letting other people's demands and expectations on us take control of our life, and then you never accomplish the goals that you want.
Some suggestions, maybe something that you do as a morning ritual to get you to set up your day.
Okay, so it's interesting. People ask me that a lot, and it's because people have done research showing that morning ritual is really important. But I have a slightly different way of approaching it. I don't have a morning ritual. I have a ritual that I continue through the day. So I try not just have it as something I start. I try to have a carryover effect during the course of the day as well. So the 21-day detox that I do in here, I'm always doing a detox because we always need to be dealing with issues. So you take one thought over 21 days times 3, and you're working on that toxic issue. So you work on and you spend about 7 minutes on that. So I'm always, normally when I get ready in the morning, I do that. And then obviously besides healthy eating, I have a book called Think and Eat Yourself Smart, where I talk about how we need to eat real food mindfully. And there's some really great tips in there about eating, because if you don't feed your brain and your body, you're going to be sitting with a problem as well. And then the other thing that's very important is I do the daily tips, the activation tips in the mindset section here. There's a whole lot of them. There's 15 mindsets with 15 activation tips. Those are excellent things to do in the morning. So like you say, gratitude, there's a gratitude mindset. And what people can do is they can study the concepts of the mindset, maybe read it the night before, even over a period of 7 days, read a little paragraph a day or something, and then apply a mindset activation tip. And then you could work through the 15. So you could honestly stretch that out over a 4 or 5 month period and really train yourself to stay in the important mindsets. And that's what I do. I work on the mindsets on a daily basis. So those are just a couple of the routines that I find very effective. Because if you don't get your mind right, yes, the exercise is vital. I'm not saying don't do that. I talk about that. The eating is vital. But I start my day with get the detoxing going, because the detox will block, and get the right mindsets in, because the mindsets that you have that day in the morning and during the course of the day will either launch you through that day in a positive way or put you into toxic stress and hold you back. So, and then the other thing that I do a lot of is I practice self-regulation. I practice self-examination. Like Socrates once said, the unexamined life is not worth living. So being aware of self-regulation is a vital component. We need to constantly, and we're designed to self-regulate every 10 seconds, which I teach in this book, how we've got to self-regulate every 10 seconds. And that's 6 times a minute. We should be checking what we're thinking, feeling, and choosing, and how we're responding.
And that goes to my next point of limiting beliefs about money. Again, it goes back to what we repeated, what we've been thinking and talking from the start, from schools. I remember a few statements that I still hear every day is money doesn't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. All rich people are... Sorry? Well, bad, yeah. Thieves and liars, that's the words I'm looking for. That's probably my favorite one, because that's so untrue. Well, I know very good people and bad people with and without money. So I know a lot of happy people and unhappy people with and without money. So there's no classification for that. That's how we actually think about money, is what we will portray and what we receive from the world and from money. Money is a good thing if we actually apply it good. I've got a massive belief of abundance in my life for money, but in the same sentence, I've got so much generosity and love to support all kinds of good things. So the world want to portray us that money is bad, but money is, in fact, in my belief, if you use it correctly, actually very good. You can empower a lot of people with money. In my practice, I'm always trying, all my employees, I'm trying to empower them in such a way that when they actually go on to the next person, that they're so employable that they actually can add a lot of value to the following employer. Hopefully they don't. I'm very, very fortunate that I've got employees from 13 years, 9 years, and 2 of 8 years with me. So yeah, I believe that giving value to your employees as much as possible, empower them as much as possible, and they always stay with you. Let's just look at from the Bible's perspective. We can't reap before we sow, and that is in anything in life. If you're in a business and you want to grow a massive business, add massive value to your clients. Add so much value to your clients, they can't even believe it's true. The more value you give, the more value and more clients will flow into your company. Doesn't matter what you do. So that's a principle I've lived for forever. I've always tried to deliver massive value. He just talked about the YouTube channel that I've started. I've started for no monetary reason, but really just to add value back to and give back to my clients for being there for almost 2 decades. Said deliver massive value, and something that I hear and see a lot is the principle of anybody on Facebook groups. You will probably say, I'm not on no Facebook groups anymore, but everybody wants something for nothing, or they want to bargain for everything. You can't have abundance on this side and hoard everything on this side. If you want to receive a lot of money in abundance on this side, or clients, or whatever the case may be, abundance in life, you can't hoard on this side. You need to be generous on this side as well. Be it in money, be it in value, be it in kindness. Don't hoard. Give away as much as you can. But my belief is be generous, but don't tell anybody about it. Because the moment we tell anybody about it, we don't do it for the abundance and flow of energy into our lives. We do it for our ego. If you can allow me to really delve a bit into your morning routines and habits,
sure.
Because I think for any successful person, it doesn't matter if it's Business Africa, if it's for an athlete, if it's for a business owner, we all need specific morning routines, daily habits. Not one size fits all, but we can all learn from each other. So let's tackle morning routines. Anything, especially in the campaign of going into Business Africa, anything that you feel that changed the way for you?
A healthy body leads to a healthy mind and leads to a healthy lifestyle. So being healthy is very, very important. And to be honest, especially now that I'm in the business world, I was in teaching for 7 years and I was a physical education teacher as well as science. Being healthy plays a very, very important role. Probably the most important. So exercise is very important for me. Sometimes exercise in the evening, but to eat healthy in the morning, my porridge, breakfast is very important. So, and also renewing your mind. So I'll always read a Bible piece in the morning, a verse for the day, and that gets me set up in the morning. Yeah, I'm standing up early because it becomes a habit, and I always say that, if you want to go and change the world and be a go-getter, you got to start early in the morning.
What is early?
No, if I say I wake up at just past 6, go past 6 in the morning and get myself ready. In the summer, in the winter, you sleep a bit later than normal. But yeah, just being in that routine. Some people wake up 5, 4 o'clock in the morning. But for me, just past 6 is great. But there's a lot of people that sleep until 9. 9, 10 in the morning, so that's just not going to do the things for you unless you're okay with that. But if you want to go and make a difference,
you want to change the world,
you gotta start early in the morning.
Exactly. Daily habits, and I know you also. I'm not sure if you're still working at Tiptrans.
Yeah,
right? You're still working there.
And that's quite amazing. Yeah, it's just that people sometimes forget that I have an 8 to 5. But I'm thankful for working at my adopted father's, Peter Visser's business and HR there. And in a few years' time, I'll basically take the business part of it, and he would just have to sit back because he's worked very hard all his life. So I would go to work, and it's basically meeting after meeting after meeting. And being HR, I work with a lot of people, and it's very difficult working with people because you'll never ever have everyone happy at the same time. There's always someone that's...
Especially in HR.
Especially HR, yeah. So it's about people, relationships, if I can say that. Mense verhoudinge, and I can't say that. And basically just uplifting them. But to be honest, it's very difficult because I'll basically be out there and say, this is the way we're going to do it. And if you're not going to jump on this bandwagon and go with me, and it's a wild ride, baby, so yeah, we're going for a ride, and it's a roller coaster ride, I can't go down onto their level, even though I want to so much, because otherwise I will just become just like them, negative, walk around, head on your shoulders and not give a damn about anything. So I try and be on this bandwagon and say, you know what, I'm stopping, willing to jump up and we're going to move on. So I don't have a lot of time. If you really want help, be open to it. In Afrikaans is the word toeganklik. I'll say, jy's net toeganklik. Ons gaan hierdie kan doen. And we can do it together, because together we are stronger. We're a team. So that's my basically daily routine, being at work and helping where I can. It's a lot of times it's meeting after meeting, and then when it comes to Mr. Essay, I'll try and put my work up to date, and then I'll go out to a school, upcycle essay, or just being Mr. South Africa, go and inspire a lot of schools and communities. And if there's some time left, I'll go back to work to finalize everything. Then I go home. Before home, I hit the gym.
And you walk your dogs a lot?
Walk my dogs a lot. I love walking my dogs because they mean the world to me. I live with my 2 brothers. We're very close, and the dogs are part of our family. Of course, to everyone, they're the family. But it's important to walk them as well and just give them the love that they deserve, if I can say that. I'm an animal lover, and I'm a dog lover, if I can say that. So.
What is the value for you by going after work and walk with your dogs, or going to the gym?
Yes, it's just sometimes you need time to think in that fresh air. As I said, healthy body leads to healthy mind, and walking and just thinking about certain things and reminiscing and just experience nature and just how amazing sometimes will be the sunset by then, and just in awe of God's creation. And just that time I spend with my dogs, and people that love dogs and animals would know how much it means to them. Just sharing the love for them and giving them, as I said, the love that they deserve, but the joy I get out of it, it's 10,000 more than the joy the dogs are getting for a walk. So it's more, just renewing my strength again.
I think it's crucial, if you can, to start the day when you first wake up. Don't reach for your phone first thing. Something people very often do. Try and build in as much time as you can before you get out of that kind of sleep mode into, fast-moving broadband. Take 15 minutes before you look at your inbox, or 30 if possible. I think it's useful also at that waking up moment before you hit the breakfast table to just do some kind of slow activity. That could be meditation, it could be yoga or Pilates, or something that just vaccinates you, inoculates you against the virus of hurry, puts you in a slower groove to start the day. And then a third suggestion I make wherever possible is to breakfast with other people, to have it be a social experience. It doesn't have to be a 4-hour banquet or brunch, right? It could just be 10 or 15 minutes where everybody's sitting around the table. with the phone switched off and just being together, breaking bread together as human beings have always done throughout human history. And if you can get any mix of those 3 tips, that's going to set you off on the right foot, whatever kind of entrepreneur you are.
Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also go down to the description below and you will find a link to a free gift bag for entrepreneurs to the value of 57,000 Rand. I created this gift bag for entrepreneurs to the value of 57,000 Rand for the mere fact for small business owners to start supporting each other. Part of this free gift pack is a 3 months free monthly accounting services from our company called Dryk Holdings.